Hi, I'm John. This is my show, A Sports Reckoning. Over to the left there, I have a piece of paper because I'm going to show that kid. I'm going to place part of the video of Jimmy's Kentucky Roadshow. So I had to blur out the kid's face. I'm not going to do an editing and stuff, so it was just easier for me to put a sticker over his kid's face, right? So I got a sticker on my screen. That's what that is over there right now. Okay, so what I want you to show here is that I'm trying to expose the low quality of human beings that exist in the sports card community. FD is willing to attack me. He's willing to organize all of the leaders of the community to shut me down. But he's not willing to point out that Jimmy's got his hands on kids and that maybe that's what you should be trying to shut down. So what's the real problem in this? Is it me trying to protect kids? If Jimmy's Kentucky Roadshow was not a pedophile, then he should endorse any kind of speculation into him about being a pedophile and touching children, right? He should he should welcome it. He should be like, no. I understand. I'm around children and children need to be protective, so I need to be scrutinized extra heavily. Okay? But what's FD saying here? He's not saying Jimmy needs to be scrutinized extra heavy. He's saying that the person that's asking for Jimmy to be scrutinized extra heavily should be shut down. So is he supporting a pedophile agenda in the card community? That is what he did. So, I mean, that's what he did. There's absolutely no argument about that. He doesn't care about stopping Jimmy. He cares about the person here advocating for Jimmy to be extra scrutinized because he's in the presence of children. He didn't say we need to stand up for children and make sure that the people that have closeness to them need to be extra scrutinized. They need to be scrutinized extra heavily to protect the children. He didn't stand up to protect the children. He wants to shut me down as the guy saying we need to scrutinize these people who have access to the children. He wants to shut me down. So what's he standing up for in this world? What is he actually advocating for? And then when you have to ask you this question, it's like, well, what's the skeletons in your closet then, FD? What skeletons are you hiding if you don't want people even asking these questions, and maybe because you can't stand up to the scrutiny?
Talked about the Kentucky Roadshow. There were claims made about Kentucky Roadshow doing horrible things, very derogatory things being said, and made very horrible statements about the comeback card investor. With Sports Reckoning, there are homophobic statements made.
It's not a homophobic statement to say that a man likes to enjoy sucking cock. How is that homophobic? That's actually being homophobic, homosexual supportive. I'm saying, yeah, you look at this guy as a regular guy, you think he's a ladies' man. I'm saying, well, he could be also a guy that enjoys sucking cock. How is that homophobic? I'm endorsing homophobic behavior, saying it's very common and prevalent in people, like it could be in somebody like Brad, the come on your back card investor, that you think he looks like such a ladies' man, but what you find out is you go to Hollywood, you find out that most of the people there are homosexuals. That's not homosexual derogatory statements. You're the one that can't accept the fact that a man can suck another man's penis. You're the one that just placed a derogatory label on that. You think I'm not allowed to bring it into the forefront and make jokes about it? If it's so common and supposed to be so acceptable, then I should be freely able to make jokes about it. But you just demean my jokes as having negative homosexual derogatory statements because you cannot accept the fact that men are allowed to go suck men's cocks if they want. You're the fucking anti-homosexual here, not me.
It's alarming when you actually watch this. Maybe that's the intent. Maybe people are putting out content for shock value and views. I do not know. But I do know that if we as a community, and I know many leaders around the hobby, spoke out on this and also bonded together as a community of brothers and sisters, we could put an end to this.
See? He's trying to put it into me asking the question. He's not trying to do anything to stop Jimmy's Kentucky Roadshow from putting his hands on kids. Not only is he not willing to do that, he's willing to stand up and fight against the person who's trying to draw attention to it. So, what place does that put you into, FD? It puts you into the lowest degrading scumbag losers on the earth who is not willing to stand up for children who might be being sexually abused. You said, no, don't talk about it. That's what you did. Not only did you say not talk about it, you're trying to organize the leaders of the community to get my voice shut down. So not only you're not doing anything to stop it happening, you're advocating it to allow it to be happening, and you're demanding that nobody talks about it. You're the trash and scum of the earth, FD. Motherfucker. So now, I want to show you just something, because I do my Michael Jackson shit. And I wanted to show you something before I go into the Jimmy's thing. I just want to show you. When I accuse Diana Ross of giving away her child because she was 14 years old. She's only 14 years old at the time she gives birth to Michael Jackson. And actually, when she gets pregnant, Smokey Robinson's only 17. But that doesn't matter to me. The 17, 14, that's not that big. That doesn't constitute any kind of pedophile shit, right? But what it does do is it constitutes a legitimate scandal with a 14-year-old girl getting pregnant by Motown's #1 artist, Smokey Robinson. That's how Motown got built, was Berry Gordy and Smokey Robinson. That's how it all happened. So she's going to explain. So it's like, just so you know, I'm not making accusations. Diana Ross is the one telling you that this happened. I'm not fucking saying it. Diana Ross is the one telling you that this is what happened. Now listen to what she says.
But who was your first love, though? Yeah, who was that?
You mean,
that
are you talking about man? Are you talking about man love?
Oh, yeah, I should have specified that. I'm sorry.
Smokey Robinson was my first love. I really loved him. You know, I have stories. People think my life or my career started with Motown, but really it started with Smokey. Smokey lived on Belmont. We lived on the same street. Mm-hmm. I was very close with his cousin, Sharon Burston. Mm-hmm. And I used to sleep over. You know, I had kids had sleepovers at Sharon's house, and I used to listen to the Miracles sing in the basement. And that was before I came to Motown. That was before the Supremes. And to me, I loved him. Because there was a time where when I first heard his record on the radio and I realized that you might be able to sing and make a record, I mean, it was like major time. So I think maybe first love of maybe with Smokey.
Now, when you actually pinpoint the actual dates to what she's actually saying here, I can tell you the actual time frame of what it is. She's 14. When she's telling you, this is before the Supremes, this is before I go to Motown, but then she specifies, there was a time when I heard Smokey's record on the radio, and then I realized you can actually sing and make a record. Okay, Smokey's record gets released like very, very close to his first record, Got a Job. Okay, it's not under Motown. It's not even under Tamla, really. They released it under some other company was doing. They're just trying to build the record company with Smokey and Berry Gordy. They just met in August of 1957. August of 1957, Smokey meets Berry Gordy. 1 year later, Michael Jackson's born. So a few months after that, Michael Jackson's conceived. And Diana Ross tells you right here, at that time and place and moment in time, she's in love with Smokey Robinson and she's sleeping in his house. She's sleeping in his house because she's best friends with Smokey Robinson. She says cousin, but it's actually Smokey Robinson's niece because Smokey Robinson's mother died when Smokey was 10 years old. Smokey had an older sister that's 17 years older than Smokey. So Smokey Robinson's older sister has children that are of the age of Diana Ross. Smokey Robinson's older sister moved back into Smokey's house with her family and raised Smokey in the same house after Smokey's mother had passed away. Then you have Diana Ross being friends with Smokey Robinson's cousin, her niece, Sharon Burston, like she just specified. And because of that, Diana Ross is able to sleep the night over in Smokey Robinson's house. So I have Diana Ross clearly stating here that she was in love with Smokey Robinson and sleeping in his house at the exact time in history of which Michael Jackson is conceived. And then people try to ask me and say, what are you saying? Well, I didn't say, she said it. And then I go back and I show you all the evidence to show you what happens when she first meets up with Michael Jackson. He moves into her house. She's calling him child, my son, proclaiming all this stuff, building a special relationship with him. Everything falls in line perfectly what I'm saying. Just what I'm saying is like, I'm not here proclaiming this stuff on my own without evidence. I got evidence. It's like I'm not fucking just coming out spouting shit just like this. I'm not coming out saying Jimmy's Kentucky Roadshow is a pedophile just because of the way he's goofy and acts all nice and acts weird and shit. I'm not saying he's a pedophile because of that. What I'm saying is when you see him interact with children, there's weird things going on and he's touching on them. He should never ever be touching on them. The way in which he's touching on these children, it looks to me like grooming tendencies of a pedophile. And look at how he's trying to build a closeness with this kid. And not only is he trying to build a closeness, he wants the kid to bring his friends over to the shop so they can get free cards, so Jimmy can build a relationship with them too. So am I wrong for talking about this? And FD is not doing anything to protect the children, but I'm here saying Jimmy did this. And if he did this and he's in this environment, he should be willing to stand up to this, be scrutinized on an extra heavy level, because we're here to protect kids. Are we not trying to protect kids, FD? If you're not trying to protect kids, it's like, well then, are you fucking sexually molesting some fucking kids too? Because you sure as hell demanded that I did not fucking do this.
And this is not just a Christmas thing and while we're doing this now, this is forever.
See, right off the bat, he's trying to build an organization where he's going to give out free cards to kids and stuff. And like he says, this is not just something we're doing forever. This for Christmas, this is something we want to do forever. Yeah, Jimmy's trying to build up an organization where he's got easy access to children, and he's willing to give them cards to get this access. That's what he's doing. I don't care what you people think he's saying it is. The reality of what he just did is he's saying, I'm going to give free cards to kids, and I want you to build an organization forever so we can keep giving these free cards to kids so I can have access to children. That's what he fucking just said. That's what he's doing. I don't care what you think he said. That is what the actual effect of what it is that he's doing.
As long as the shop exists, right? But what we're starting today that I'm not running, he's running, is called the Rat Pack.
See, I'm not running, he's running it. Because Jimmy, it's a lot harder for Jimmy to go out and hunt for like young tail. Like, you know, when you're out being a predator trying to prey on young boys, that's not so easy to do, right? So if you're a predator wanting to prey on young boys, the best thing for you to do would get a young boy to go ahead and do it for you. You get a young kid to go out and do that for you. That's what he's doing here.
And for those old collectors that you probably smiling, you know the old Rat Packs. They used to be the hangers, what they're now called hangers, but it was 3 packs together. It's called a Rat Pack. And you guys can Google that. But the play on words is we are doing it as...
Oh, and just so too, there's the big famous Rat Pack. The Rat Pack is the Hollywood elite guys who are known for partying and drinking and having debauchery sexual adventures. The Rat Pack. So we're going to call it the Rack Pack. Okay, well that's just like the Rat Pack. So what are you trying to do? You build a group of kids who want to have fun and party and stuff and have debauchery sexual adventures, because the name of what you chose links right up to that. It's the subtleties. This is the grooming subtleties of what I see appears to be a pedophile right in our presence.
As RAK Pack. So a hashtag RAK. The Random Acts of Kindness Pack. And the first member of this pack, this group, is this man.
Hands on
Patrick,
him.
who we love.
Rubbing his back. Rubbing his back.
He has got a heart.
See how... Oh, and he's always got a big heart. First puts his hand on his shoulder, then puts his hands on his back and starts rubbing his back. That's wrong. You're not allowed to fucking do that. And is FD standing up and saying, hey, Jimmy, you know, just so you know, that's right, you're not allowed to be touching kids. But he's not just touching kids here. He's endorsing this kid to go out and find other kids to organize them so that we can random acts of kindness and we can give them cards, and I'll do it as long. This isn't Christmas, this is forever. As long as my shop's here, I'm going to give you guys presents. As long as you let me put my hands on you.
Barely fits in his body. So, no better person to start this Rat Pack. And I have championed him to go out and recruit and get other people to join this. And the way it's going to work is I'm going to supply the cards, and he is going to random act of kindness them out to the world with he and his friends.
I mean, do I need to show you any more? I'm getting him to go recruit kids as I'm going to supply the cards, and then he's going to go give them out to his friends, and he's sure as hell going to make sure he tells those kids, if you want some more of this, if you want some more presents, just go visit Jimmy. He's so nice. If this doesn't fucking disgust you and just like, and if Jimmy, like I said, if you're not doing anything wrong, well, then you should be willing to be extra heavily scrutinized because you're trying to organize a group of kids to come in so you can give them free stuff. Does not anybody see that this looks like a fucking pedophile? This looks like acts of pedophile behavior. He's organizing children. If you're going to do this, if you're going to give kids free shit, and you've got this kid out there scouting kids for you now, he needs to be scrutinized at the heaviest level. And if he's not willing to be scrutinized, it's because can't stand up to that fucking scrutiny because he is a pedophile.